Hello, everyone, and welcome to Chelsea Story Nook Podcast, the podcast where we dive deep into the enchanting world of the children's literature. I'm your host, Chelsea Chong Kim, and today we have a wonderful guest joining us to share their insight and journey into their latest book. I'm delighted to welcome our children's book author, Kerre Ortegel, the author of Santa's Special Mission, to Chelsea Story Nook Podcast. Welcome to the show, Kerre.
Thank you, Chelsea. Thanks for having me. I'm
Of
thrilled
course,
to be
I'm
here.
so honored. Yes, I'm really thrilled to have you with us. So why don't we just kick off with things with an introduction? Could you share a
Okay.
little bit about yourself to the listeners?
Sure. Well, I guess I'll just reveal my age. I'm 64 years old, a grandmother of 6 grandchildren, starting at age 16 down to 6 years old.
Wow.
I'm in my second marriage to my husband, Bob Ortegel, who is the former television announcer for the Dallas Mavericks. And with our blended family, he has 4 children, 8 grandchildren, and 7 great grandchildren. So we live very busy, very full lives. In addition to that, I'm the founder of a nonprofit called Holidays and Heroes. And
Wow.
basically, what we do is take care of military families during the Christmas holidays. Many of those military families don't live anywhere close to home or any of their personal friends and family. So we kind of fill that gap for them by taking care of their Christmas for them and for their children. We've been doing that now for 10 years.
Wow, you have a huge family. You will never be bored in your life. And you do not look like you're 64. I thought you were like minimum 40. Like
Oh, I
seriously.
appreciate that.
You have to tell me your secrets and everything on how to stay ageless like that. That's
I,
so
you know,
fantastic.
I just have good genes in my family, I guess. I don't really do anything special, but thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh my God, I need a little bit of your genes, and it'll be perfect.
I would say
That's
you're
so
probably going
awesome.
to age very well yourself. You're beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much. I try. I try to do a lot of skincare to maintain this look. I mean, well, that's fantastic. So let's dive into your book. Could you give us a quick summary, introduce the main characters, and share the key themes or message you hope your readers will take away?
Well, basically, I wrote my book for military children, inspired by our foundation. We have our holiday party for them the first weekend of every December, and over the
Oh,
years, we have been able to help over 3,100 individuals have Christmas gifts under their tree. And so that is the inspiration of the book. Through the um, different families that I've met over the years, I just understand the hardship and the sacrifices that they make. And with their children having to move with the parents, a lot of times these children will go to 3 or 4 different schools during their tenure as a student in school. And so they have to make new friends everywhere they go. And when they're young, especially, a lot of times they worry that Santa Claus is not going to know where they live. And that's really the premise behind the story, is that these children, they just had to move from Florida to Texas with their mom and dad. And they suddenly realized that they sent their letter to Santa Claus from Florida. And now they're really, really worried that Santa's not going to know how to find them. So the whole story is how the 2 main characters, Mia and Ben, try to get Santa Claus's attention to make sure he will know how to find them. That's pretty
oh,
much the theme of the book.
oh, that sounds such a touch-warming story. And what sparkled your inspiration to write this book, and what's the idea behind it? What's
Well, I used to dabble in writing years ago, and I just never did anything with it, like try to publish anything. And just through the years, with the experience that I've had meeting different military families, I had this idea probably 3 or 4 years ago that I would like to write some kind of children's story. I didn't really know exactly what the story was going to be, but finally that inspiration came. And then I saw through a Facebook ad, I think, about Miriam Laundrie and her whole publishing business, and looked into it and decided, if I'm going to do this, this is the time I'm going to do it. This is going to be our 10th year with Holidays and Heroes. And I thought, what better way to celebrate that 10th year than to have this book written. And my plan is that the day of our Christmas party, I'm going to have a book for every single family. And this year we're anticipating about 150 families that will be helping with Christmas this year. So that's really kind of what spurred me on to get this done.
Wow, you're already bringing so many Christmas spirit already in summertime, and it really touched my heart. Oh, wow, I'm so honored to interview you, by the way, because this is such a very like wholesome moment. We're getting ready for Christmas and everything like that. And I always enjoy learning about the journeys and authors take and their inspiration that fuels their stories as well. Could you tell us how you became an author and the experiences that influenced your path?
Well, how I became an author was just getting out my piece of paper and my pencil and just started writing down my story. And I think that was really it. It was just once you get the story in your head and you kind of figure out what you want it to look like and what you want it to say, the first thing you need to do is just put your pen to the paper and,
Yes.
and then see where it goes from there. Of course, the editing process, it took a while, but I think my story changed quite a bit from start to finish whenever I first started writing it to what I ended up with. And as you know, you've been through that yourself.
Yes.
It's a pretty tedious process. But I've always had an interest. I used to love reading Dr. Seuss books, believe it
Oh,
or
me
not.
too.
I
Yes.
loved the rhyming style, the silliness of his rhymes, and I just used to love that, and so, consequently, I used to do a lot of poems, rhyming
Mhm.
poems. They had to rhyme, and they had to have a certain rhythm to them, and so, along with this book, I actually wrote another one. It's really a Christmas song, the lyrics to a Christmas
Yes.
song, and I had the tune in my head, and I just started singing it, and thought, I think I'm going to do something with this. I think it turned out kind of cute. And so and it's all in rhyme. And so I've got my illustrator that is illustrated Santa's Special Mission, also illustrating my song to make it a children's Christmas songbook. And, people may not like this, but I actually will have a recording in the book of me singing the song with an on and off switch so parents don't get tired of it. It's not going to be one of those things they open the book and it starts singing. You have to hit the on switch. But
Oh.
so that's my goal. And I'm trying to have both of these books ready before Christmas this year. Our Christmas party is the first weekend of December. And so I'm going to start marketing all of this by October 1st. That's going to be the launch date. So,
So
anyway,
exciting. Oh my gosh. I mean, if you don't mind, can you sing a little snippet, like a little sneak peek of your little if you're comfortable with it. If not, we could totally pass. I know I just put you on the spot. I'm like,
well, let me say, all right, I sang the song, and I mean, I think they made me sound pretty good, but I am definitely not a vocalist. Okay. Somebody told me they described my singing as like a kindergarten teacher singing to her little students in the classroom.
that's so
But okay,
sweet.
I'll give it a try. Oh gosh, Chelsea.
Open your ears, everyone. It's gonna be
Uh,
nice.
Oh, oh, Santa, you spread such joy and glee. We love to sing, we love to dance around the Christmas tree. Oh, Santa, the children love you so. You make them smile, you make them laugh when you say ho, ho, ho. That's the beginning.
Yay! Oh my God, I love it. It's so wholesome. I feel like I want to grab my hot chocolate with me right now and just like go under
Yeah,
the
that
Christmas
that is
tree.
just a little sneak peek. There's a
Oh
whole
my
song that
gosh.
goes to it. But yeah, I had a friend of mine recommend a guy over in Dallas that has a recording studio, and so he put
Uh-huh.
together the music track for it, and it's just a children's Christmas song. I mean, it's like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I
I don't know if
love
it'll ever
it.
be as classic as that one, but yeah, that's the idea behind it.
I mean, again, it's an incredible story. And also, you had an incredible voice. I mean, thank you for being brave and thank you for letting me put you on the spot. That sounds beautiful. And as we come to a close, could you share any upcoming events or future projects that you are excited about and you're willing to share to the audience?
Well, I don't really, this is actually my busiest time of year just because of our foundation and the party that we're getting ready for the first part of December. So a lot of my marketing is going to be through
Uh-huh.
social media and through podcasts like yours. And I really appreciate you having me on here today.
Of course.
I'm gonna try to do some book signings. We live really close to the military base here in Fort Worth, and I'm gonna try to go over there and do a book signing for the children at their exchange store. And then, of course, our Christmas party. The book will be there. Oh, one of the things I was going to say is a lot of the characters in my book are elves that represent some of the volunteers I've had during the years, and they are personal friends of mine. These elves are firemen that work for Lockheed Martin here in Fort Worth, and they come every year and help us organize gathering all the gifts. As you can imagine, it's thousands of gifts that we collect for 150 military families. We have like 3 moving trucks that come, and I call these guys my elves, and they each have like nicknames that they were given at work. They actually go by these nicknames. So my elves, we have Buddy the elf. He actually is Buddy, that is his name, and he's been dressing up as an elf at our party for the last 4 or 5 years. And then we have Lorna, who is a good friend of mine, and she loves being an elf. Then one of the elves, his name is Scotty. He is Scotty the elf who thinks he's a pirate. And actually, he does belong to a pirate league, and they go and do
What?
Christmas parties and children's parties throughout the year. And so I wanted to make him a pirate in my book. So, and then we have Gregors and Hollywood. So I've got 5 different elves in the book, along with the 2 main characters, Mia and Ben, and of course Santa Claus. So yeah, I used a lot of my friends as inspiration and as characters in the book, and I wanted to make sure to plug them.
Wow, that was a huge plug-in. Like we would have missed all that information already. But thank you so much for adding that. That was a huge information. I really love that. Wow, that's so cute. And
Thank you.
where can our listeners find all of these updates?
Well, I have a website, kerreortegelauthor.com, and it's still kind of in the works. I've been collecting different reviews from people that I've given a preview of my book, but actually the sheet music to my song is on my website that you can download. But
Ooh.
I'm trying to decide how I'm going to release the song, if I'm going to put it out in the universe, like, you know, being able to click on a download for it or something. I don't know yet. I'm kind of afraid to do that. I don't know. It's really out of my comfort zone. We'll
Well,
see.
don't be afraid. We will never know unless you release it. So
I
it's
know,
okay.
I know. So I may have it on my website where you can hear it. I haven't decided yet, but stay tuned. Go on
Yes,
my
stay
website and
tuned.
sign up for my email list or follow me on social media and we'll figure it out.
Yes, we will figure it out and we will know coming very soon. That sounds all exciting, and I'm so excited for your journey ahead. Thank you so much, Kerre, for joining us and sharing your insight. It's been a true pleasure having you on the podcast.
Well, I've enjoyed being with you today, and I really do appreciate you, Chelsea. I think you're just doing amazing things. You really are.
Oh, thank you so much, Kerre. That means so much to me. And everyone else, thank you so much for tuning into the episode of Chelsea Story Nook Podcast. Don't miss out on Kerre Ortegel, the author of Santa's Special Mission, launching on October 1st. And don't miss her song, you guys. You just heard it here at first. So you guys will don't miss that out. And I'll include all the details in the description below. So be sure to check it out and follow Kerre for any updates on her upcoming events. Until next time, keep reading, keep imagining, and keep believing the miracle stories. I'm Chelsea Chong Kim signing off. Take care, everyone, and remember to tear it on. Bye! Thank you, everyone, for joining us on today's episode of Chelsea Story Nook Podcast. Don't forget to order a copy of Carol the Carrot Bowls for the Salad Bowl on Amazon now. Tune in to other authors' podcast interviews for exciting discussions about their latest books and exclusive sneak peeks. Until next time, keep reading, keep imagining, and keep believing in the miracle of stories. Make sure to subscribe, like, and hit the notification button. I'm Chelsea Kim signing off. Take care and carry it on.